Do you know what I've been playing recently? A lot of old games, like old stuff. 10, 15 years ago, around about the time I was really kind of like getting into gaming. My formative years. And you know what? I've been really surprised by how well a lot of these games hold up. They're still brilliant, but there is that niggling feeling that things are starting to age. Not just visually, but mechanically, and I think that's because the form of video games is constantly changing, evolving in 30 years from this, to this, to this, at a pace that's just not stopping anytime soon. But I guess that's just the downside of being a gamer. Not just that people spit at you in the streets, but that these things we love seem to age quicker than any other medium, more so than film or TV. And we just have to hope that game developers continue to push those boundaries, evolve the form, and just create brand new experiences that really bring in... What? They've remade Shadow of the Colossus? Mate, fuck all that, what I just said. They've remade one of the best games ever made! Oh, fuck new experiences, man. I'm gonna go play that. Shadow of the Colossus was released in 2005. I first played it in 2009, and I thought it was one of the best things I've ever played. It was one of those games that when people are bashing games, we hold up like He-Man's sword.
By the power of Grayskull!
It's an experience I've used myself to justify that games aren't just violent power fantasies for virgins. They can also be interactive wee stories for virgins too. The thing was though, playing it on the PlayStation 2 had a few problems. Shadow of the Colossus pushed that console to the absolute limits and had a frame rate less stable than Michael J. Fox climaxing. But then the heavens opened up and a company of absolute heroes called Blue Point Games remastered Shadow of the Colossus for the PlayStation 3, ironing out every single kink that game had and bundling it with Ico, in what was maybe the best value for money since your mum started doing 2 for Tuesdays. But here they are again, Blue Point at it again, this time rebuilding the game from the ground up to rival any other brand new game released this year. Now, don't get me wrong, I was so excited for this game, so excited. I mean, when that first E3 trailer was released, right, I had a chubber like I've never known before, didn't I? But there's that voice in the back of your head, you know, that worry saying, what if it's just not as good as when you first played it? What if it's aged? Now, because how are you supposed to feel when Sony digs up the corpse of one of your favourite games ever, polishes it up to a mirror sheen and asks you not to treat it as something that was released in 2005, but as a brand new game released here in space year 2018? Like, oh, how are you supposed to feel? But, did I need to shut the fuck up? Because this is a game you just don't need to worry about. Okay, let's start with the most obvious thing. God forbid I'm going to say it, okay? It's maybe the best looking console game ever made. This is the game that when you get one of those brand new PlayStation 4s and a big 4K telly, you stick this up and you get your mates round and you go, here, boys, check this out, look how good that looks, check the arse on that, oh, I tell you, if I was 21 again, oh. And thank God it looks this good now, because these new graphics totally make up for the fact that it plays like utter shit now. Ah!
Fucking disrespectful!
I'm joking, right? Everything I loved about this game in 2005, I still love to this day. It's still that epic, exhilarating tragedy which really is unlike anything else out there, even to this day. One of the key reasons that I still love Shadow of the Colossus and think it's such a joy to play to this day is just how in control you feel. Every jump feels like a leap of faith. You cling to that R2 button just like Wanda clings onto these colossi, and every stab feels like it absolutely comes from your control, which expertly builds this sense of guilt every time one of these absolute units falls. And when most games we buy these days are like having a full-time job and you've got to buy the £10 time saver pack just to make it a bearable experience, can you believe that people used to say that Shadow of the Colossus, they had the fucking cheek to say this. They'd say, oh yeah, Shadow of the Colossus is good, but it's a bit short now, isn't it? Shadow of the Colossus is exactly how long it needs to be, and I was so angry at those statements that I've written something so wanky that I couldn't even commit it to memory, and I'm going to have to read it off this piece of paper. Shadow of the Colossus... Good start. Shadow of the Colossus makes sure every time you pick up the controller to play, you're having a unique, exciting, memorable encounter with these expertly and emotionally designed action puzzle set pieces. Stick that in your pipe and call me a wanker. Now, I'm speechifying about this game as if it's perfect, right? And of course, it's not. The original wasn't, the remake isn't, but all that stuff, all that shit is completely forgotten at moments like this. Woo-hoo! I think I'll remember that moment forever. I think it's going to stick with me forever. Because yeah, like, it's fine. Games do age a bit quicker than film or TV or music or any other medium, but they don't give me moments like that. They don't give me moments that stick as much as a moment like that has stuck with me. And Shadow of the Colossus is a game just filled with those moments, and it's amazing that 13 years on from when we first played it, those moments are just as good as I remember them. And now they look really nice too, so win-win. Is it a game that I'm going to love forever? I don't know. I hope so, but we'd probably have to give it another 10 years to see how it does. But at the moment, whew, it's doing well. It's doing really all right. So yeah, if you've got any spare pennies, Shadow of the Colossus. It's a game you got to play. Again. Konnichiwa.